나는 think you can defeat me? Do you actually think you can defeat me?
Are you kidding? I hate this! But
Do you actually think you can defeat me?
Ain't no loving my man. Shoo up, shoo up. Ooh, ain't no loving my man. Shoo up, shoo up. Ain't no loving my man. Shoo up, shoo up. Ooh, ain't no loving my man. Shoe up, shoe up. Ain't no loving my man. Shoe up, shoe up. Ooh, ain't no loving my man. Shoe up, shoe up. Ain't no loving my man.
I see him. Kill him. You won't get far with this. It's complimentary. You're not. Ridiculous. You're mine! We'll fight. Courtesy from our family. It'll hurt you more than it'll hurt me. You're not running. I love knocking out teeth. Spread out. They can be anywhere. Don't move. Gotcha. I've got you now. Stay there.
Shaw! Are you kidding? I hate this! But
Do you actually think you can defeat me? Are you kidding? I hate this! But
달리고 싶어요? 아리까지 듣지는 않아요.
Twitch of yours was really starting to kick me off. Sure, I'm glad Jane's not here to see this. You're about as useless as screwed on a submarine.
It's here. It's finally here. Everyone has been waiting for this. I know I've been waiting so long for this. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more of this type of content. Hit the button below. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and make sure to hit and like and subscribe. Alright, let's get into it. So, they actually decided to remove 2 killers from this update, which is really weird. I wouldn't think they would ever remove a killer, but like, I don't know. How do I know what Saucefy does? I only talked to him twice, and he ghosted me twice. First killer that got removed, what Saucefy does. I only talked to him twice, and he ghosted me twice. First killer that got removed is Pursuer. I'm really sad to see him go. I don't know why they removed him. Honestly, it was like one of the 2 faces of the game. And that's really unfortunate because the second killer they also removed is Artful. They removed Artful! Like, why? That's like Forsaken removing Cool Kid. Or Outcome Memories removing 2011X. Like, I just don't get what they were doing. But in the patch notes it said to compensate, we will be adding a new killer. And I'm gonna have you guys take a wild guess at they are adding Harkin to the game. Harkin is actually... Harkin... Like, look at their design! I would never have thought Diet Death would come up with something like this. Or Saucefy themselves. I would... would have never thought that the devs could come up with a design like this. And there's even some like fun trivia with the patch notes. They said that there's even some fun trivia in the patch notes. They said that the design was inspired by a dream that one of the developers had, which is crazy to hear about. Like, imagine if Forsaken, Cool Kid came from a dream, or 2011X came from a dream and Outcome Memories. That's just crazy to think about. And taking a look at their design, they appear to be made out of like it's like material, or maybe like a yellow painted marble. And it's really weird. They also have like light abilities where they throw like a bunch of spears for their agitation ability. And they're just like 2011X where they have a grab move. So it's really interesting. Really interesting to think about. If you take a look at a game called The Strongest Battlegrounds, you'll be able to see a lot of similarities in how Die of Death decides to do their updates. So, let's show off the new emote. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. My name is Sarazik, the freakiest man of them all. I love purple, the freakiest man of them all. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you, stay safe, hit that like button, stay wonderful, hit that subscribe button, and have a wonderful day. Sarah, out?
Just like the other ones, we're fragile but still plenty. We'll look to for answers even if we don't have any. One heart broken enough to give back to our comrades. I'm doing my part because a part is all I have. When I see you, cold and kind as ever, maybe you're the one that's really keeping us together.
I wish that I was like you, a pretty little fool who stands in for two, so they're keeping your cool like the nourishing maid. You're the sweetest pain as I'm washing away, my that's washing away. I can paint it back on, I can hide like I do, I can prove that I'm strong. If you're looking at you, why can't it be the same? Why can't I be the same? Why can't you be the same? Why can't we be the same?
Fool me
search. Oh, that hurt. Everything in place. Now we wait. Thought I knew you for a second there.
nerd. Do my homework. It better be done by tomorrow or else. How's it going, buddy? Well, guess what? You're getting stuffed in a locker today. Get 'em, boys! You really think you can handle me, captain of the football team? Are you kidding me? I run this town. Hey, Tubby, why don't you put that cookie down? I don't think you need it. No, please don't hurt me. I'll be a good boy. I promise. Ooh, woo. Damn, you are a big boy. I don't even think I need to bully you. You have enough on your plate. Hey, nerd.
Recently, a lot of people have been using dark avatars to hide from Killer in the shadows in Bite by Night, and this is not bannable for now. However, it's useless sometimes since Killer has flashlight or simply turning on potato mode reveals them.
Ain't no love in my man. Shoo up, shoo up.
Playtime's almost over! No fair!
Ain't no loving my man. Shoo up, shoo up. Ain't no loving my man. Shoo up, shoo up.
Peacefully.
Can you stop gossiping?
To the happy, carefree couple.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for Microsoft Rewards and earn points for your...
We coexist in the sea without bothering each other.
Can you stop gossiping?
To the happy, carefree couple.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for...
You enjoy. Change.
Can you make more SpongeBob theories?
Where's the new SpongeBob conspiracy?
Alex, theory.
Can you do
SpongeBob theories.
Alright, I get it. Listen, I'm done making SpongeBob theories. I already gave you guys 8 big ones. And then I made a whole web series about not wanting to be the SpongeBob guy. I'm done, okay? But since we're wrapping up this SpongeBob chapter of my channel, and since I'm basically at 1 million subscribers, here's what I'll do as a final send-off just for you SpongeBob theory fans. This video is a compilation of my 8 previous SpongeBob conspiracies with no sponsorships, no film interruptions, no whining about not wanting to be the SpongeBob guy, except for the whining that I just did, and a bunch of brand new, never-before-seen content. These theories have new evidence that's been discovered, some corrections and responses responding to comments I've gotten, new ideas and directions for old theories, and, best of all, 8 completely new, never-before-seen mini SpongeBob theories. I'll be sprinkling these new mini theories in after each of the main theories, and I'll also be ending all of my old theories with some thoughts on how I think they hold up today. And hey, after this, I'm still going to be making theories about other non-SpongeBob related topics, so make sure you subscribe to catch those. Let's begin this one final SpongeBob video with the very first SpongeBob theory I ever made, just for you, very passionate SpongeBob theory fans that have changed my life. Thank you for everything. I hope you enjoy.
Squilliam Fancy Son! Squilliam Fancy Son! Squilliam Fancy Son!
Squilliam Fancy Son III is Squidward's rival from high school band class.
So, I just took my private yacht across my private lake to my private heliport.
He's more wealthy, popular, and talented than Squidward, and he always rubs it in his face.
That's right! I'm living your dreams, Squidward. Oh, just succeeding in everything you failed in.
But I intend to prove that he's a fraud, using his wealth to make himself seem more popular and talented than he actually is. He goes to ridiculously extreme and expensive lengths to humiliate Squidward and show his superiority, and I'm gonna prove it. Evidence number 1, the pet hospital. We first meet Squilliam in Season 2, Episode 15, Band Geeks. The episode opens with Squidward playing the clarinet and getting an hospital.
Yeah, we're with the pet hospital down the street, and I understand you have a dying animal on the premises.
Immediately after, Squidward gets a call from Squilliam.
Hello, you've reached the house of unrecognized talent. Please start after the... Sounds as though you've got a dying animal to attend to. Hey, old chum.
I believe that not only was Squilliam spying on Squidward to know when he was playing his clarinet, but he also hired the doctor to come and embarrass Squidward.
Yeah, we're with the pet hospital down the street. Pet hospital down the street.
We have never seen a pet hospital in Bikini Bottom. We've only ever seen just the regular Bikini Bottom hospital. We've seen this purple doctor fish before, but once again, he's never worked at a pet hospital. We've only ever seen him at the regular general hospital.
Well, Mr. SquarePants, it seems you have the sun. Ready for your treatment?
Then there's this green fish behind him, and we've only ever seen him as one of the many identical paramedics that work at the Bikini Bottom Hospital. We even see him at the end of the episode to take Squilliam away after fainting. So it is very likely that Squilliam hired these two and told them to pretend like they're from a pet hospital just to humiliate Squidward. Hey, it's me from the future. So this is an obvious one that I got tons of comments about. There is a pet hospital, and this doctor did do a pet checkup, and I was a teenage Gary. Still, I think the way Squilliam immediately calls and mentions the dying animal strongly implies he sent the doctor to mess with Squidward. Also, I don't have like a ton to add to this theory, just because they haven't really released any new Squilliam lore, but I've still got a few things to say, and the next theories will have a lot more, I promise. But this is just the start of Squilliam's elaborate lies. Evidence number 2, the Bubble Bowl. In the same episode, Squilliam also says,
I'm the leader of a big fancy band now, and we're supposed to play the Bubble Bowl next week. The problem is, I'm busy next week and can't make it, so I was hoping you and your band could cover for us.
But we've never seen Squilliam's band before, and despite claiming he's too busy to make it to the Bubble Bowl, he still shows up at the end to watch Squidward's band. So both his excuse and probably his band were made up to pressure Squidward into humiliating himself at the Bubble Bowl.
Squilliam, you lying, deceiving bastard! I didn't even realize that! Who's that handsome young devil? Hey, I know this guy!
Evidence number 3, Squilliam's friends. In Season 3, Episode 8, Squilliam returns. Squidward leaves for work and conveniently bumps into Squilliam and all of his fancy friends, despite Squilliam not seeming like the kind of guy that would come near the Krusty Krab. He and his friends make fun of Squidward for working as a cashier.
Hold it! Don't tell me! You're a cashier!
But I believe that this encounter was planned out by Squilliam in advance, and he hired all of those people to pretend to be his friends. Take a look at Squilliam's friends. They're all nicely dressed, high status members of Bikini Bottom. This is more like what the fancy rich people of Bikini Bottom look like. These are just some regular Bikini Bottom citizens.
Shut up! Are you kidding? I hate this! But yeah!
Squidward is the cashier.
Right, I'm gonna have a lunchtime!
These are not.
Nom nom nom.
Are you kidding? I hate this! But
type of people Squilliam would hang out with. I mean, why would Squilliam be hanging out with one of Pearl's teenage friends? You know, some people pointed out that maybe there's another reason for this, but I'm not gonna get into that.
Squilliam, you have some explaining to do. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. Why don't you have a seat right there?
At the end of the episode, Squilliam even admits to his whole life being fake.
I made everything up about my life. I have no yachts, jets, or anything. I was only trying to impress you.
And then, of course, he quickly says he's just kidding.
Is that true? Of course not! I'm filthy stinking rich!
But was he kidding? I mean, obviously he's rich, but is there a nugget of truth in there? Evidence number 4, the statue. In Season 7, Episode 6, Squidward has to pick up trash for community service, and Squilliam once again conveniently bumps into him and reveals he's cleaned up so much trash that the city actually built a statue of him.
Maybe if you clean up Bikini Bottom, they'll build a statue of you. Oh wait! They've already built one. Of me! I cleaned up all of Bikini Bottom in only 1 week.
Hello, it's me, I'm interrupting. So, a lot of people thought this statue was actually supposed to be of Squidward because there's no unibrow, but we can actually faintly see it right there.
Oh wait! They've already built one. Of me!
I believe that once again, this encounter was staged by Squilliam, and he actually paid to get that statue built. As Squilliam tells Squidward about the statue, a female fish admires it and says,
Bless you, Squilliam Fancy Sim. Bless you.
But if you remember, this is one of those friends Squilliam likely paid, making her whole comment feel very fake. By the end of the episode, Squilliam's statue gets destroyed. A police officer approaches and they have this exchange.
This is your statue?
It...
Ain't no heaven, my shoo up. Ain't no never my man. Shoo up, shoo up. Ooh, ain't no never my man. Shoo up, shoo up. Ain't no never my man. Shoo up, shoo up. Ooh, ain't no never my man. Shoo up, shoo. Ain't no never my man.
Was. Squilliam. Are the Bikini Bottom citizens the result of nuclear radiation? Who is Pearl's mother? What is the Krabby Patty's secret formula? These are by far the 3 biggest questions in the show SpongeBob SquarePants, and today I'm going to be answering all 3 of them and more with just one theory. Get ready for the darkest SpongeBob conspiracy you'll ever see. This is the evolution theory. By far, the most popular SpongeBob theory out there is the Bikini Atoll nuclear radiation theory. It's pretty simple. It's been confirmed that Bikini Bottom is actually beneath a real-life place called Bikini Atoll. From 1946 to 1958, the United States did nuclear tests there, devastating the area and leaving it radioactive even to this day. The theory states that the reason why the citizens of Bikini Bottom can talk and have formed advanced societies is because of mutations caused by these nuclear tests. And that's about the whole theory. Even though there's tons and tons of videos about it, none of them actually go in depth with it or really look through the show for evidence, but y'all know that if Alex Bale is making a theory on it, then it's not going to be some baby surface level analysis. And once I really started looking into this theory, I realized that there is so much more here than anyone thinks. Get ready, because today we're going to be solving the biggest mysteries in the history of SpongeBob SquarePants and changing the way you look at the entire show. So without further ado, let's begin the theory. In order to find out whether the Bikini Atoll theory is true, we first have to determine whether fish talking and being so intelligent is unique to Bikini Bottom, or if that's just the way the SpongeBob universe works. You know, it could just be that all animals in this world are able to talk, and that's completely normal because at the end of the day, SpongeBob is still just a cartoon. Well, if we take a look at Season 10, Episode 10, Feral Friends, we get a bit of a hint about how the SpongeBob world works. In this episode, a green moon appears and transforms all the characters into less cartoony, real-life versions of themselves.
SpongeBob? Patrick?
Just like in real life, they can't talk and end up trying to eat each other. The French narrator is watching all of this unfold, and he says this very important line.
I have been monitoring the behavior of the green moon all day. It is called Neptune's moon. Every 100 years, it de-evolves everyone in Bikini Bottom into primal fish.
Every 100 years, it de-evolves everyone in Bikini Bottom into primal fish. So this implies that the characters in Bikini Bottom are more evolved and were once like these primal fish. But this doesn't prove that the evolution only exists in Bikini Bottom. It could still be a worldwide phenomenon. Remember that bonus DVD clip I found in my television theory? It was about humans studying fish in Bikini Bottom because of their intelligence.
Land-loving scientists have tried to learn the secrets of intelligence. Their studies led them to the sea, where the citizens of one undersea colony demonstrated a so enormous, the scientists felt compelled to record their actions for use in teaching mankind how to live better.
This makes it sound an awful lot like the fish in Bikini Bottom actually are uniquely evolved, and it's not some worldwide phase. Then, in the SpongeBob 20-year anniversary special, SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, we get a major piece of evidence for this theory. SpongeBob and Patrick take a tour of the surface world and eventually go to a fish store and see some very realistic, less evolved fish.
what kind of monsters would want to keep fish folk in jail like this. They're so beautiful.
They can't talk back to SpongeBob and Patrick, and they're actually able to swim freely through the water instead of being affected by gravity. They are clearly showing us that both evolved and primitive fish exist in this universe at the same time. Now, sometimes we've seen Bikini Bottom characters represented as realistic fish like this, but only when they're out of water, never while they're still in water like these fish. We even see this again in the beginning of the third SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. The movie opens with a coral reef full of these realistic primal fish, but eventually we get to Bikini Bottom where the more evolved fish live. So there you go, direct proof the citizens of Bikini Bottom are uniquely evolved. This is a very deliberate role for the creators. So I guess that kind of confirms the Bikini Atoll theory. Theory confirmed! We did it! Woo! Well, let's hold on for a second. As much as I'd love to call this theory complete, there's actually one major piece of evidence that gives me some resistance. Something I've never seen anyone else bring up when talking about this theory. Prehistoric Bikini Bottom. We've seen episodes like UGG or SB129 that show Bikini Bottom millions of years in the past, but we still see evolved versions of SpongeBob and Patrick. Sure, they may not be super intelligent or advanced versions we see in Feral Friends or in the Fish Store. So, how are we seeing these evolutions millions of years before the Bikini Atoll?
You're never getting away.
The only conclusion is that the Bikini Atoll theory just isn't true. I mean, clearly something is caused the citizens to be evolved, there's no denying that. But whatever caused it took place millions of years ago and couldn't have been the Bikini Atoll nuclear tests. Then, what caused the evolution? In the entire show, the only thing we've seen that directly affects the evolution of characters is the Green Moon of Feral Friends. Except a French narrator specifically calls it Neptune's moon.
It is called Neptune's moon.
Named after the ruler of the seven seas, King Neptune. King Neptune is a character who's been around since the beginning of the series. He's a character who's about years have gone, and he's a character who has the ability to change fish into other forms.
What the?
King Neptune used his magic to turn the fish of the sea into more evolved subjects for him to rule over. He's the one who's been behind it all this time. Hey, Alice from the future here. So before I move on, let's talk a little Bikini Atoll theory. A lot of people really wanted this theory to be true, and I get it. This is like the most iconic, classic SpongeBob theory. And the comment I got the most on this theory was the idea that the prehistoric Bikini Bottom that disproves the Bikini Atoll theory doesn't actually take place millions of years ago. It's actually the fallout directly after the Bikini Atoll tests when life first started to mutate and evolve in Bikini Bottom. And that's a cool idea, you know, it's a cool way to maybe keep the Bikini Atoll theory. But here's the thing, the narrator actually says it takes place millions of years ago.
It is here that millions of years ago, life began taking its first clumsy steps out of the darkness.
And we see a dinosaur flying above the sea. I'm sorry, this just has to be from the actual prehistoric age millions of years ago. Alright, but here's another comment I got. If this show's all supposed to be a television theory documentary, how were they able to get this footage from millions of years ago? Well, in SB129, Squidward time travels back to the prehistoric age, and obviously the cameraman came with them, otherwise we wouldn't be able to watch the episode. So, unfortunately, no matter how you look at it, there's no way this episode with evolved fish wasn't actually millions of years before the Bikini Atoll tests. I'm sorry guys, the Bikini Atoll theory just can't be true. Or, at least that's what I thought, until I recently rewatched the season 10 episode Lost in Fame. This episode takes place entirely beneath the Krusty Krab. And if you remember, beneath the Krusty Krab is where the filmmakers store secret behind-the-scenes stuff, like the surveillance room filming the characters, or even props used in the SpongeBob movie. But while SpongeBob is trying to get back upstairs, he passes through this area.
Lost World.
A massive underwater prehistoric area that even has dinosaurs despite it being underwater. The only explanation I can think of for this is, like everything else we see down here, this is a fake set created by the showrunners for an episode of SpongeBob. meaning the prehistoric Bikini Bottom episodes we see are most likely faked by the showrunners, and the Bikini Atoll theory could still be true. Also, to further prove this, in a new season 14 episode, Hysterical History, we get another flashback to prehistoric Bikini Bottom, but it's sort of implied to be at the same time as humans existing. So yeah, really seems like the Bikini Atoll theory is plausible now. I still think both theories for why the fish are evolved work pretty well. Neptune's moon actually shows us some direct evidence of fish becoming more or less evolved, but the actual Bikini Atoll test footage being used throughout the show doesn't really feel like a coincidence to me either. Either of them fit the theory, I like them both, you could just choose your favorite. Let's get back to the theory. But now, I have an interesting question for you. What is the relationship between evolved fish and primitive unevolved fish? Well, they probably just peacefully coexist in the sea without bothering each other. You know, just like real-life humans and animals. Wait a second.
Here I come! You're only delayed, you never
I also have some on the war theory, but I'm gonna save them for the next mini theory. I promise not all these mini theories are like this is part 2.
You would have
build off of the previous theory. In Season 3, Episode 10, the Krusty Krab training video, there is this hilarious, absurd moment when they're talking about Mr. Krabs.
After the war, Krabs stayed secluded in a deep
Here I come! You're only delayed, you never
Tell us this and then completely drop it. But with this new context, is it possible that Krabs fought in a war against these primitive, wild fish of the sea? I mean, let's remember in Feral Friends, some of those de-evolved fish were massive compared to the evolved fish, and they immediately started attacking each other.
The battle for the survival of the fittest rages on in the animal kingdom.
So yeah, in order for the Bikini Bottom citizens to survive and expand, they would probably break into some kind of war. And from the sounds of it, this war must have been pretty brutal to put Mr. Krabs into such a deep depression. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Is there actually any evidence that proves the war Mr. Krabs fought in was specifically this evolutionary war? Well, through the few flashbacks we get, we know that Mr. Krabs served in the Navy. And yes, they were sailing ships on an ocean, even though they're already underwater. This is actually a real-life phenomenon where certain parts of the sea can have a higher level of salinity, and it looks like an underwater ocean. Shout out Miss Parks, my high school marine biology teacher. We also know from maps of Bikini Bottom that the town is surrounded by this underwater ocean. So that places Mr. Krabs' war outside of Bikini Bottom where this evolutionary war would have to take place. Then if we took a look at Mr. Krabs' home, we see it is full of memorabilia from his past days in the Navy. But hidden within here is something that will absolutely blow your mind and answer one of the biggest questions in the show. Hanging there on his wall is a picture of a massive whale next to a ship. You don't think that could be... No, it can't be. Pearl's mother?
Wait, I want to see it. I want to find it. Hold up. Things that caught my eye right now are the fish and this actual person on the wall. There's a whale. Is it the whale?
Hanging there on his wall.
The whale?
A picture of a massive whale.
The whale!
You don't think that could be...
Pearl's mom! I got it!
Pearl is Mr. Krabs' whale daughter. The show never really explains how a crab can be the father of a whale, but most people just assume she was adopted. People have been speculating about who Pearl's biological mother is for years, and I think we finally just found our answer. We see 2 photos of this whale on a ship in Season 3, Episode 9, just 1 episode before we find out Mr. Krabs fought in a war. Since this is among all of Mr. Krabs' Navy stuff, I think we can assume that this is something he encountered and not just some random picture of a whale on a ship above the ocean. The whale is massive compared to the ship. We've seen adult whales in Bikini Bottom before, but they are nothing compared to the size of this whale. This has a much closer resemblance to Pearl when she de-evolved in Feral Friends and became massive. So this has to be an unevolved primitive whale, and the picture clearly shows them fighting. Not only does this prove that there was a war between evolved and primitive fish, but Mr. Krabs definitely fought. But this also implies something very dark. Mr. Krabs killed Pearl's mother.
You're not running here,
The only direct
Krabs.
reference we get in the show to Pearl's mother is one of Mr. Krabs' many sayings, Mother of Pearl.
Mother of Pearl! Mother of Pearl! Holy Mother of Pearl!
He uses it.
You're not running. And no witnesses.
break, Jay. You're mine!
Squanch investments. And in you go. Only 20,000 more until I can afford that cat.
Don't move. We'll live to see the next day. Ridiculous. I've got... Ooh, seriously? Let's search the print. Gotcha! A minor setback. Who designed this place? Unnecessary, really. Hold still. You will live to see the next day. Oh, right in the kisser.
The Bikini Bottom are more evolved.
Nom nom nom.
달리고 싶어요? 가릿하게 이쁘는 않아.
Do you actually think you can defeat?
in place is something like, holy crap, or dear God, only saying it when something truly shocking or terrible happens, because he knows the terrible thing that happened to Pearl's mother. Why did Mr. Krabs go into such a deep depression after the war? Because he's haunted by what he's done. And the smoking harpoon to prove it is right there on his wall.
And he has the harpoon on his wall, dude!
So, that leaves us with an important question. Why did he adopt Pearl? After he killed her mother, he probably realized she had an infant daughter who had the evolutionary genes. Instead of leaving her to die, he adopted her as his own, all while keeping the dark secret that he was responsible for her mother's death. Okay, whoa. So I obviously just very quickly skimmed over the fact that for some reason Pearl is evolved, but Pearl's mother isn't, and I didn't really provide a good explanation for this.
But what if the mom whale was a normal whale and had a whale baby, then why would it have been Pearl? Like, she's the evolved form, right? Oh, that's convenient. She just happened to be evolved. Okay.
Honestly, at the time, I didn't really have one, but I think I may have a possible explanation now. Whatever caused this evolution, whether it was magic from King Neptune or radiation from nuclear tests, whatever it is, we know it happened only within a specific range. So you could hypothetically have a mother and daughter whale, and only one of them was within range of whatever caused this evolution. It would be nice if there was more evidence in the actual show to explain this, but I think this works as a simple way to explain the logistics of it. Woo! Childhood ruined yet? Well, don't worry, there's still time for this theory to get even worse. Now's your chance to remove yourself before things get really dark.
Whoa.
Hello!
What's that?
Hello!
Ain't no heaven, man.
Hello! Hello! Patrick can get 4 of the
Did you see about the up dog?
What?
The
Hey Scouts, friendship is officially over. Ever get tired of lending your slow friends who betray you a helping hand?
Be so for real right now.
Well, so are we. So we replaced it with a kick.
Wait, no, dude, it's not that deep!
Have fun!
The Forsaken devs just revealed their April Fool's update for tomorrow. It's called the Kitchen Showdown update. And from what we've seen, John Doe is getting a skin that looks really similar to 1Egg's. So are you guys excited for this update? The Forsaken...
Yo, did you know that Metal...
Did you know this in the Amazing Digital Circus? Recently, fans have been discussing a new fan song called So Happy. Is it any good? Let's talk about it. So, made by Cougar McDowell, 10 days ago the animated music video for it came out. It tells the story of Ribbit's abstraction with lines from Jackson Kaufmo. I'll roll a short clip. Personally, my favorite part is the animation. It's gorgeous. It's on par with an actual episode of the show. It's wonderful. The instrumental is pretty catchy, the vocals are great, and the story also makes sense with what we know about Ribbit, Kaufmo, and Jax so far. I do think the Kaufmo section kills the pace of the song a little. It causes it to end quite abruptly. If it wasn't for that, I reckon it would be one of the best Digital Circus fan songs. So what do you think? Have you heard this song yet?
My enemy sent me a 30-second clip of her secret base, unaware that the footage contains everything I need to pinpoint its exact location. And here's how I'll do it. 30 seconds into the video, she mines into her base, and right there are stone bricks. Stone bricks are interesting, because no matter where or from what angle you place them, they have a texture that always points south. Using this, we can determine that an acacia biome is south of her, and then a river running east to west is north of her. But we can get better. By looking at her F3 player model, we can approximate that her FOV is around 8. We then count the amount of pixels it takes to go across her screen. Using this and dividing it by 80, we can figure out the exact angle location that certain biomes and landmarks are at. Next, I acquired a world map that someone had taken and started comparing the biomes and landmarks I saw here. And I actually narrowed it down to a pretty good chunk of locations, but every location was a forest biome surrounded by other biomes, but they all have different areas. So if I can find the area of this biome that Core is located in, I can then compare it to the map and see which location she's actually at. Well, we have her FOV angle, and we can use this to construct a triangle or an arc. In this case, I'm going to use a triangle because the math is easier. Next, instead of using trig like a loser, we're going to use a double integral to find the area of this triangle. This one is pretty simple. The tangent turns the angle into a slope, and then you find the area under that slope. So I took my area and realized to actually compare the areas of the biomes, I would need to either manually count them or somehow code a program to get the area. All of these would take a lot of time, so I hired a small child named Master Titus to search the areas that we already had. If you want to see the full results, click here for the full video.
I'm bringing 64.
It hasn't even been 48 hours since Byte by Night released, and there's already hackers playing it. So a friend of mine notified me about a hacker in his game, and because I'm curious, I joined him, and the answer very quickly presented itself on who was hacking. Yep, this guy had no clip, infinite stamina, and also gen hacked, as I found out later. The fact that Springtrap can just phase through walls like that is absolutely insane. Obviously, the killer murdered everyone but me for LMS, and while I managed to juke the shit out of the infinite stamina no clipping Springtrap until nearly 5:50 AM, I ultimately died. If I was playing Fighter, I probably would have 100% survived that. Now here's the funny thing, when I was Killer, I absolutely steamrolled him into the first 2 minutes of the game. And because I killed him so quickly into the round, the guy just straight up rage quit the session. The fact that I almost won against him in LMS and murdered him first 2 minutes into the round, causing him to rage quit, is absolutely hilarious. Fortunately, I reported him and he is now banned, so you won't have to worry about him anymore. It hasn't even been 48 hours since Byte by Night released, and there's already hackers playing now. So a friend of mine notified me about a hacker in his game, and because I'm curious, I joined him, and the answer very quickly presented itself on who was hacking. Yep, this guy had no clip, infinite stamina, and also gen hacks as I found out later. The fact that Springtrap can just phase through walls like that is absolutely insane. Obviously, the killer murdered everyone but me for LMS, and while I managed to juke the shit out of the infinite stamina no clipping Springtrap until nearly 5:50 AM, I ultimately died. If I was playing fighter, I probably would have 100% survived that. Now here's the funny thing, when I was killer, I absolutely steamrolled him into the first 2 minutes of the game. And because I killed him so quickly into the round, the guy just straight up rage quit the session. The fact that I almost won against him in LMS and murdered him first 2 minutes into the round causing him to rage quit is absolutely hilarious. Fortunately, I reported him and he is now banned, so you won't have to worry about him anymore. It hasn't even been 48 hours since Bite by Night released and there's already hackers playing now. So a friend of mine notified me about a hacker in his game, and because I'm curious, I joined him, and the answer very quickly presented itself on who was hacking. Yep, this guy had no clip, infinite stamina, and also gen hacks as I found out later. The fact that Springtrap can just phase through walls like that is absolutely insane. Obviously, the killer murdered everyone but me for LMS, and while I managed to juke the shit out of the infinite stamina no clipping Springtrap until nearly 5:50 AM, I ultimately died. If I was playing fighter, I probably would have 100% survived that. Now here's the funny thing, when I was killer, I absolutely steamrolled him into the first 2 minutes of the game. And because I killed him so quickly into the round, the guy just straight up rage quit the session. The fact that I almost won against him in LMS and murdered him first 2 minutes into the round causing him to rage quit is absolutely hilarious. Fortunately, I reported him and he is now banned, so you won't have to worry about him anymore. It hasn't even been 48 hours since Bite by Night released and there's already hackers playing now. So a friend of mine notified me about a hacker in his game, and because I'm curious, I joined him, and the answer very quickly presented itself on who was hacking. Yep, this guy had no clip, infinite stamina, and also gen hacks as I
Ready? Apparently there is a leak of the mask, which is an upcoming killer from the game Welcome to Bloxburg. It's probably not intentional because it wasn't announced in the
I have a dream to put catios all over my property for one simple purpose. My cat Ming Ming loves going outside any chance he can get. So a couple of weeks ago, I made a goal to build 4 different amazing catios. First, the $60
on Booking.com.
Pomni, watch out!
This Forsaken character is useless right now. With the release of Jane Doe and her hype only just now dying down, you'll be pretty hard pressed to find a single